Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined again by Jackson County Administrator Danny Jordan. We began the conversation yesterday in the 5 on 5. We're extending it into 2 days as we're analyzing the after-action report on the Almeda and South Obenchain fires. Yesterday we focused mostly on EAS and the messaging system the county used and the chaos that unfolded that historic day. Danny, thank you again for doing this as an extended interview. Where do we go from here? What's next steps for the county as it figures out where to improve upon, if you will?
So the purpose of an after-action review, which is what was completed by IEM, and also I might note the Western State Fire Chiefs Association participated in this, gave us a lot of good recommendations. And really, while there could be a lot of finger pointing that goes on with this, the truth is we all need to get better. Everyone who was involved in this incident can improve. I see some key areas for improvements. One of those is working with especially the smaller cities on making sure we have an open line of communication and understanding what each other's roles and responsibilities are in an event like this. We need to do some multi-jurisdictional training and some training exercises to get better at responding at this overall. I think we'll be engaging, all of these players that the report recommends be involved in that type of activity so that we can make improvements, and that's the whole goal here, is to get better.
Yeah, I believe your EOC, the Emergency Operations Center, is still open at 9 months now after the fire. What about Citizen Alert? That's something that the county obviously used to warn residents about the fire, both with Almeda and South Obenchain. Are you guys getting enough people to sign up for that? Do you want to make, I'm plugging you now here, Do you want to make a plea for those, I suppose? Yeah,
our EOC is still operational from the fires last fall. We are still working on housing. We have over 650 people still in hotels. We have around 200 households that still need FEMA housing. We're still dealing with the cleanup, which by the way is almost done. I think we have about 66 properties out of the 2,700 that aren't done. We've got through that really quickly. But what I would tell people today is please sign up for Citizen Alert. Oregon has adopted this platform to use statewide. It's not meant to replace the EAS or IPAWS or other systems, but it's meant to enhance our ability to respond to emergencies. Citizen Alert allows us to do things like know if someone received a message or not, if they answered their phone, if their answering machine answered it, if they listened to it. It allows us to map specific targeted evacuation areas, unlike some of these more broader based options like EAS or IPAWS. So please sign up for Citizen Alert, and also please take the personal responsibility to keep a watch out for these red flag warning days where the fire danger is high, where the fire risk is high. Get yourself ready. Have a to-go bag with those important documents that you can grab and go. Have your car fueled up. Be ready. Try to prepare your property the best you can to insulate it against fire. And finally, sign up for Citizen Alert.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more with Danny in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our extended 5 on 5. We're here again with Jackson County Administrator Danny Jordan talking about this after-action report on the Almeda and South Obenchain fires. Danny, we learned in the report that only one of the 2 positions in emergency management for the county was filled at the time of the fire. Are both positions filled today?
No, and actually we have 3 positions vacant. We had 3 positions vacant. We just recently hired an emergency manager. We have a deputy emergency manager and the fire plan coordinator. Fire plan coordinator, the position that was vacant, isn't typically involved in dealing with day-to-day emergency planning. They're involved with fire plan writing, which are 2 different things. But typically our emergency manager, is responsible for coordinating our all-hazard mitigation plan, which includes fire, floods, earthquakes. They bring together a consortium of all sorts of first responders who are all part of emergency management response, and try to work scenarios and work out details about how we should respond and what kind of activities we need to be performing while we're not responding to an emergency, so exercises and those types of things. They also coordinate funding and planning grants and those types of things. We are in the process of filling those other 2 vacant positions. We added a position not long after the fire event, mostly because we need to do better at the county working with the city jurisdictions to help them train and be prepared and ready, and also to have additional support to back up our emergency operations center. The emergency manager primarily serves to provide the functions of our emergency operations centers in most events. In almost all events that we have in our county, they don't reach the threshold of this kind of event we had with Almeda and Open Chain, and they're able to mostly function by running the EOC with minimal assistance. When we get into a bigger event, of course, then we begin staffing from outside of the emergency management function of the county between all departments and also outside of our agency. We had multiple cities who loaned staff to participate in the emergency management response, and then first responders are also part of that emergency response. So it takes a team, not just one person, to respond to emergencies, and I think that's where we'll be focusing our effort.
Danny, you talked before about the importance of people signing up for citizen alerts so they know what's going on in their community and near them. You know, I don't do a soapbox sort of thing, but I'll do one here. According to ODF, the vast majority of Oregon's wildfires are started by humans. That could be accidental, that could be arson. It's under the umbrella of human caused. You are not allowed to do controlled burns, backyard burns at this time. It is fire season here in Southern Oregon and Northern California, so please be safe. Don't start fires, and so we can all enjoy our beautiful summers. Danny, thank you very much for joining us. I know we have so many questions, but we do appreciate you staying around to do an extended interview.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.